Don't worry, the important ones work. So it's this one that doesn't. So I started thinking about all of this, and I thought, it really hasn't been a really busy year for me. Not much has happened, and then I spent so much time with like 500 pictures, it was actually a lot harder to put this one together. But first and foremost, yes, I got married. I became the luckiest man in the world. I married my best friend. We did that right after my health scare. We pushed it up, we did it quicker. The only thing I'm regretful about that entire thing is that she didn't get the big proposal that she deserved and felt as special as she is to me. So in front of 60 other people, Jennifer, today and for the rest of my life, I will ask you every day to marry me because you're my best friend, you're beautiful, and you let me touch your butt. So with that, I would like to introduce you to the new Miss Adams, Jennifer, my wife. That is us obviously on the far side. Lily is that little white dot you see between us. She is our teacup Maltese who weighs 1.8 pounds at almost 5 months. The biggest challenge with her is not stepping on her. My biggest worry about marrying Jennifer is I hadn't met her son, who is pictured down here as he was serving his LDS Mormon mission in Utah, and I met him about 3 weeks prior, but I think that he approves, so that's good. This is my new family. You know the old joke, when you take a Jew and a Mormon and you put them together, all of a sudden there's this huge family. I was trying to keep up with you, Andrew. I only have 5 kids now, but they're all there. If you look from the left, you got Jonathan on far left, my new son-in-law Shelby, my new daughter Kylie, obviously Jennifer, my soon probably to be next daughter-in-law Marissa, Dakota, and then Maddie. And this is the only picture that we have with all of us together because Wyatt is actually here when he came home from boot camp. But wait, there's always more. One of my biggest accomplishments was getting Jennifer out of that urine and rust colored t-shirt she used to wear and into red and blue with Bear Down in Arizona written all over it. So that's fine. This picture in the middle is at Wyatt's graduation. That beautiful woman on the left is my mom. And of course, that's me in the back and Wyatt in the middle. And believe it or not, this is 3 generations of Adams men now. And believe it or not, that man is almost 70 years old. That is my father. That's who he is. Now you know. And no, I don't look like him, so don't say it. Moving on. This is my new family. These are all Jennifer's side of the family over here on the far left. You can go from left to right. All her sisters, her brother finally on the end. I don't know why I just blanked on names, but I feel like a schmuck. But I know there's Heather, there's Liz, there's Jennifer, there's Mindy, there's Chris, there's Ben. Did I get that right? Okay, good. This is actually really funny because I talked about how big Jennifer's family is. This is actually a chart found on the back of a t-shirt that describes Jennifer's family, and every member of her family is a number. So if you can see, it goes up to 38. Jennifer's number 3. You can see there was nobody next to her. The newest number is number 41, which is me, and would be next to there. So a total of 41 people on Jennifer's side of the family. That family needed a TV early. Just playing. I love them all. They're wonderful people. All right, I think this is where it gets tough because here you go. This is Private First Class Wyatt Adams. This is the day that he left on the far left. I did not see him again until the middle picture. And then, of course, this is when I finally got to shake his hand. That was a rough weekend. And then finally, I finally got to hug my kid. And Lou, if you give me problems for this, I swear to God. And then finally, when he graduated as a United States Marine on the right there.
Yes.
I do wear a uniform, and I do run up and down both a field and a court. I don't work at Foot Locker, but I do wear the stripes. That's me on the far right, your left, my right. And then that is at actually Pine Top Lakeside, Blue Ridge High School, where we did a varsity football game there. And then on the left, my passion, obviously my wife is there. You can see me holding my guitar. You can see my guitar. And those of you who aren't musicians, you realize that those are actually things. My guitar actually has a name, and her name is Lily. Just like my dog, but it was Lily first. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about me. What is CODA Property Management? What do I do? What can I do for you? I am a full-service property manager. I take care of it all. I do everything. You just sit back and wait for money to mysteriously arrive in your bank account. Sound like a plan? All right. I'm fully automated. I have 100% online capability. I could do my job sitting on a beach in Bora Bora, or I could do it sitting in my office. It's not a problem as long as I have my phone, which is actually over there, ironically. My accounting, my application, my advertising, my end of the year reports, it's all automated, it's all there. I have grown 175% in the last 12 months since being open in the Valley. I consistently have a 95% plus occupancy rate, meaning I have a less than 5% vacancy rate. When you call here, you deal directly with the owner of the company, that is me. I know who you are and what you need. I'm a lot like Ashley. I've been the employee of the month at CODA the entire time it's been open. And then, click. So I liked the whole game thing, so I figured I'd ask you some questions. Everybody says, oh, I can do this. This is easy. I don't need a property manager. So question number one, raise your hand if you know the answer. How long do you have to return a security deposit in the state of Arizona? Raise your hand.
14 days.
What's your?
30 days.
Anybody else?
45 days.
Pardon?
14.
14? Oh, you're all wrong. By rule, it is 14 days, meaning weekends and holidays do not count. Usually works out to the 19th or 20th of the month. If you happen to be incorrect and do that incorrectly, your client can then sue you for triple damages, making that $1,500 security deposit, $4,500 out of your pocket. Good thing you don't need me. Now, how much, how much can you charge in a security deposit? Anybody, raise your hand.
1,500.
1.5 the rent, 2 times.
The correct answer is the most I can charge is 1.5%. Good job. How much am I allowed to take? As much as they're willing to give me. If they offer it, I can take it. Who's responsible for a bed bug infestation in your house if you're in a single family house? Somebody said, who says the owner? Who says the tenant? Well, in a single family house, you're right, it is the tenant. However, in a shared wall, duplex, triplex, anything like that, it is not only the owner, but the owner has to do the neighboring units as well. What is a non-essential dysfunctional item and whether or not it has to be replaced? Anybody know what a dysfunctional non-essential item is? A tenant now. Anybody? Dishwasher. Dishwasher is a dysfunctional non-essential item. Is an owner required to fix it? No, because you still have the ability to wash dishes. Same with like an ice maker inside your refrigerator. What license do you need to hold in order to be a property manager? Do you have to have a license to do what I do? Yeah. Why? What about those people at the apartment complex? Do they have licenses? Do they have to have one? So now do you think you have to have one to do what I do? The answer is yes, because I represent more than one property on a different physical location in a 24-hour period. How many of you knew that was why? All right. How long do you need to hold a tenant's possession after you evict them? Anybody? 48 hours was an answer. 90 days? 6 months. 21 days?
10 days.
Used to be 21 days, so that's a very good answer. It recently changed to 14 days, 2 weeks. I just went through that. It was a lot of fun. Now the best one, if you carry a medical marijuana card, does my non-smoking addendum apply to you? Yes or no? Yes? Yes. And no. Technically it doesn't, because medical marijuana card says you can only smoke within your own home. So it does apply in the fact that mine, because I wrote it correctly, says you cannot smoke inside of an enclosed area in my house. You must go outside. The problem with that, medical marijuana users, is if you go outside and you smoke, you are what? Breaking the law. So, bunch of examples of why you might need me even though you don't think you need me. I at least saved 60% of you that $4,500 charge. There is one more thing. People who are my good referrals and things that I can do, my best referral from you is one that you trust, one that you've warmed up, one that you feel could use me. Not the one like, oh, this person has a house, they might need a rental one day. That's a great one, but I prefer them to be warmed up and everything else. Realtors, insurance, home inspectors, tradesmen, those are people who are in houses every day. You're the ones that hear people bitch and moan about how horrible their tenants are. Those are the people I want to talk to. Those are the people who are upset. Those are the people who I can help. And I don't know if you've paid attention, but 8 times today somebody said, I'm looking for a property manager. Newsflash, your property manager is looking for you. So you can refer back to me just as much. All right? So that is me. I'm Ken Adams. I'm with CODA Properties and Management. I take care of everything. I try to do everything I can. I thank my wife. Don't go near her, because if you ask a principal, she's sick today. But thank you for coming. I love you. You all have a wonderful day.